Hi, I'm Cheryl Barrage, and behind the camera is Charles Barrage, and we are Team Barrage Independent Consultants with Arbonne, and we're from Northeast Georgia. And what I'm going to be trying to help you out today with is how to maximize an exhibit or trade show booth. I love doing booths because it's a great way to get to new contacts, new life and new blood into your business. So what I'm going to do real quick is share with you the basic needs that you would need at an exhibit booth or a fair or vendor fair. Share with you how you would get those contacts, and then also share some tips to help you out, and then some resources that you can look into later on that'll kind of flesh this out and fill it out for you. So first of all, there's a purpose for having an exhibit booth. What's the purpose? My purpose is actually just to get new contacts, to form new relationships, get contact information so that I can get in touch with these folks that are potential clients, business builders, and hosts. But actually at the booth, I'm not really worried about selling or RV. You may feel differently, someone in your upline might feel differently about it, and that's totally okay. I'm just sharing where I come from on this. So what do you need for your booth? Well, you need a table. So I have my table very simply set up. I am not the most visually creative gal that's out there, so if I can do this, you can definitely do this. I usually just do half of my table in Arbonne Essentials, Nutrition, and the other half of my table in Arbonne Skincare, of course focusing on and highlighting our RE9 anti-aging flagship anti-aging system there, skincare system. And then in the middle of my table, I like to focus on the drawing, which is what the person on that side of your table is going to see it as. For me, it is my data collection area where I'm going to get that contact info. And then lastly, two more things. You do need to have some sort of a visual with a little bit of Arbonne information, you know, in large, bold letters and bold print, and then some before and after, something to really grab those people that are walking around among all those other booths and at least get them to slow down so that you can say, hi, how are you? Isn't that interesting? Which one are you looking at? And engage them in conversation. The last piece is I like to have a product experience table. So I'm doing this in my living room, so I just kind of cheated and used my end table, but I would normally have another table set up like an L, and if I'm usually doing the booths with a team member, a sideline sister, or a sideline brother, whoever, and so I can have a couple, three of these set up. But I've tried everything out there, and I have come back to our Awaken Sea Salt Scrub. It is the best product experience. It's quick. It can be used for men or women. It doesn't need to be chilled, refrigerated, out of the sun, none of that. So it's very easy to handle, to care for. I like to have maybe like a sign that just, again, appeals to emotions like skin conditioning, hand treatment. So experience our skin conditioning sea salt hand treatment. And all you need is your sea salt scrub, a nice little dish pan, clean, maybe something more colorful. I just like good old-fashioned white. A nice pitcher to have the water in that you can pour over their hands when you're rinsing. I usually have a jug hiding underneath the table that I'll just use to refill the water pitcher. And your paper towel, so it's really easy and simple to set up. So that's the basics in terms of what you would need for your booth. Some of the tips here. Tip number one, I like to use an actual drawing box. This is an acrylic box that you can get at your area office store. They don't cost very much, and since you keep reusing them, it's a great investment. And then I like to put in a picture up here on the placard, so you can do up something on Word or whatever on your Mac, something nice and colorful. I usually give away $100 in free product. Register to win $100 in free product. One little tip to make this a little easier, start your drawing box yourself. just take some of your entry forms, fold them up, and put them in there. One of the things I've learned from doing these for a while, I don't know why it is, but people don't like to be the first one to try or start something. So if they see that it's already been started, they're more likely to go ahead and add to it. With your box, of course, you're going to have an entry form. So I like to have the little mini clipboards, have it at the ready. Another itty bitty tip, if you don't have a click pen, have your pens open and ready to go so that you can hand this to someone and say, hey, you enter and see if you can win $100 in free product. So it makes it very easy. And of course, some contact info to give them. I don't make a practice of giving away the full catalogs unless someone is very interested. Then I'll give them that and it has my contact information on it. I may have a stash of the smaller catalogs, and again, I just kind of keep them in the back because I don't want everyone walking up just grabbing a catalog. I want to talk and interact with people while I'm here. Another tip for your drawing and collecting that contact information, everyone wins. Now, don't have a heart attack. No, everyone's not going to win $100 in free product, which, by the way, simply comes from your host rewards. So if you don't know how to do that, just talk to your upline sponsor, and I'm sure they'll help you figure that out. So only one person wins the $100 in free product, and that usually results in a one-on-one meeting, or they may decide to also host and get additional free and deeply discounted product. But everyone else wins either an ultimate facial for them and up to 5 guests, or an informative and fun wellness workshop for them and up to 5 guests. Those are the 2 presentations that we do in our downline. You may do something different, but the whole object is, guess what? You won a prize in our drawing. When I'm talking to that one person on the phone, they don't know that everyone else has won. That is specific to them, and we're going to be excited for them. So that's a tip there. And then the last tip that I have is following up. Very, very key. If you remember nothing else I said, remember this. Follow up the day of, if at all possible, or immediately the day after. Try not to make it later than that, because again, you're thinking about people are visiting different booths. You are one of tens or hundreds of booths out there. So it's not going to be easy for them to remember you, which is why the product experience is here, so that you can say, did you remember? I'm the one that gave you the sea salt hand scrub. How did your hands feel? And then they can remember you. So it's a very memorable product experience. But follow up the day of. I really recommend day of. If you can't, follow up the day after. Let's see here, my notes. Oh, a couple of resources for you. A great resource just to know how to talk with people and strike up small talk and a little bit of conversation. On the Learn and Burn from the source on arbonne.com, you can look up Donna Weiser's audio training, and it's called Warming Up Your Cold Market. Great recording. Listen to that again and again and again. And then the files that will be uploaded along with this video for you, there are 4 files to look for. Number 1 is called Trade Show Lead Sheets, or Exhibit Entry Form, and that's basically these. There's 2 different types that you can have, so we'll just give you both types and you can choose which one you prefer. The 3rd file is Trade Show Guidelines. There are some guidelines that you want to follow, and so you can take a look at that. It'll make this video way too long. And the 4th file is Exhibit Booth Follow-Up Script. We do have verbiage to share with you, verbiage for the voicemail, and also verbiage for when you get that new lead live on the phone to share with excitement that they've won a prize. So those are the 4 files that you can download. Look for Donna Weiser's Warming Up Your Cold Market online, arbonne.com, The Source, Learn and Burn, and I do believe that is it. So I hope that you enjoy this. Oh, real quick, I want to tell you it does work. I have had events that have had over 1,000 RV from booths. I have had folks actually sign up and book an event with me at the booth, so have your calendar with you. And sometimes it can take months to get through those contacts. We just rescheduled someone in August who was at a booth in the end of January. So these do work. I hope the tips will help you and have fun with your exhibit booth. Again, if you need me, my name is SHERILBURRAGE. If you have questions, you're welcome to PM me and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks. Bye.